First off, thank you for stopping by. I have honestly no idea where this series is going to go, how it's going to grow, or anything like that. I'm just going to document my time in this beautiful country. This country is Colombia, Medellin area to be exact. If you don't know, it's the city of Eternal Springs. I absolutely love it. First visited in 2016. Would have stayed then, but I just started a new job with the VA. Just got a wash and dryer credit card from Best Buy, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't even use the washer and dryer yet. But I straight up would have just left the car at the airport and dealt with the consequences. Actually, I wouldn't have cared because what you gonna do? You gonna come get me? Get out of here. Um, Always said that I'm gonna come back one day. I always wanted to live here, and so I did. And how to go about doing that is like any other place you want to or you think you want to live, go visit first. Here, you get 33 months off the bat that you can stay with your passport, no questions asked, just get your stamp. You can extend for an additional 3 to give you a total 6. After that, you have to use some form of visa, whether it be pensionado, which is retirement, or school, or an investment one. Like I think it's about $25,000, get you 3, 4, maybe even 5 years. And after your 5th year, if you're doing all your correct paperwork with your visas, I believe you have the option to be a permanent residence. Um, I have an attorney and stuff for that because I just want a smooth transition. You don't need one. You can all do it online by yourself, especially if you're fluent in Spanish, then things are going to be that much easier to you. And speaking of the language and the culture, if you're going to come here, learn some of the language. 2016, I know I was a pioneer for using Google Translate because that got me through all kinds of stuff. Now everybody and mom knows about it, but I don't need it nearly as much now. And if you do come here, absolutely come for the experience, right? You can get you an Airbnb somewhere. Just try not to be around 50 million gringos. Or if that's what you want, and that's your cup of tea, then you do you. For me, I treat it like when I went to Korea. You just dive right in. You just no excuses, full immersion. I find it's kind of like when you use Rosetta Stone or whatnot, right? That's why they try to get you to read, write, and everything, but smell it. Um, you just learn quicker when it's sink or swim time. And also, like any other place in the world, if you show interest and you're trying, the people here will bend over backwards for you, pretty much like any other country in the world. They're like, oh, this person actually cares. And a lot of them will laugh at your accent. I have yet to see anybody actually truly get upset because I mispronounced something. The people are insanely patient and loving and have no issue with teaching you, especially if you're willing to learn. The food is absolutely amazing. The weather to me is perfection. Medellin is the city of eternal springs, if you didn't know. And I don't see myself leaving anytime soon. But if you are coming here, do as much research as you possibly can. You can do all the research you want in the world, and you could still get screwed. Because I did research for months before I went out to try and rent an apartment. Because there's, I'm going to butcher this word, but I think it's fedora. I think that's the hat. I'm going to put it in the text at the bottom of this. The correct one, at least. But basically what that is a cosigner. If you're coming here, you're gringo, you're absolutely going to need a cosigner of some sorts. And if you don't have one, then that's not even a gray area. I just would recommend staying the hell away from that. Either get one or you know the owner of where you're renting personally, or other option is hotels or Airbnb it up the entire time. One of those 3. The 4th one, which is the gray area, don't recommend because I tried doing things on the up and up legit way, using the websites to find apartments, and you'll find so many agencies here that look like they're legit. And the issue is, I guess this may be part of the corruption, is anybody and their mom can be a realtor here. The dude at Foot Locker in the mall can be a part-time realtor if they want to be. There is no damn exam or anything like that. Pay this, and here you go. You get to call yourself one. And with that, they get access to all the apartments that you see online because there's no MSL listing here. There's no exclusive property like that. Anybody can show that to you. That's how I got screwed. That's how I got milked out of $2,200 by said agency here. And you all can just have a splendid day trying to be more positive in 2022. But by all means, if you know anybody that's looking at that agency, please get them away. If you care, get them away because they're not getting their money back. I think the only way you can go about getting your money back is if you do full on bank transfers, and even then, it's not a given. I did cash, and before you go think crazy, you deserve it. It's like, no, here, cancelar means you basically paid your payment. You get a transactional receipt and all that. So, in my mind, thinking, you're not in the United States anymore, but thinking in the United States, oh, here's my proof of purchase, yada, yada. If there's any problem, we use this. Scanned it, went to the cops, the whole 9 yard, went downtown Medellin to, I can't think of the name of the building where you do a formal complaint, find out they had 8 more on them, filed a complaint even with the owner of the apartment that I thought I was renting from, because I was like, how do these folks get the keys? Because that is crazy. The day I met the owner was the day I was basically being robbed. And I'm down, I'm paying under security, under the cameras, and then the owner comes by, and the owner sees the guy, he sees money, he's like, oh, so I'm not getting paid today, making a little bit of a joke. And the guy gets, oh no, da, da, da. Basically BSing him. At that time, I wasn't nearly as fluent understanding as I am now, being able to hold more of a conversation on a day-to-day basis with Espanol. And but you know body language, and you know when somebody's BSing somebody. Plus, my gut told me, hey man, get this dude's number, and this dude being the owner. So I got the owner's number, and he wanted to work on his English, so that was great. We got a chance to talk back and forth. And in the beginning, I thought this dude cared, but at the same time, at the end of it, the man just wanted his money. And that's one thing I will say this country is all about. It is completely pro renters. Like before they can even remotely kick you out, they have to give you 30 days notice. We didn't even get to that because I came here and I rented an Airbnb for 2 months. I hated my Airbnb. I thought I loved it in the beginning, and then whoever was my neighbors, I guess, came back off their trip. So after the first 10 to 12 days, this is my first time ever in my life doing laundry, having to hang my laundry to let it dry. And I hated how my clothes would feel. But I got over that. They come back and they were big time smokers. You smoke, you want to get your Bob Marley on, whatever. I'm not judging you. That's just not my cup of tea. So whenever the wind would blow, my clothes would smell like whatever they were getting into that day. And then it circulated throughout the entire apartment. Now, keep in mind, I hated that. But I would have got over that if I didn't come down here for my second day and I did laser surgery, right? Because this is also one thing people come down here to do, as I believe they call it medical. Oh my God, what was that term? I had just heard it. It's basically like medical traveling, if you will. People come down here to get all kinds of plastic surgery, eye surgery. I did both eyes for under 810 USD at the time, and it'd be even cheaper now that the dollar's even stronger. And I highly recommend it because I feel like I'm part eagle right now when I look, I should say. And definitely recommend that. Anyway, I had to get out of the Airbnb because like the girl would be singing too, and honestly, she sounded like somebody was skinning a cat. I'm pretty sure I might have some video footage of that. And so I go from there to the apartment. I should have some footage of that. Hopefully I'll be showing a little bit of that. Apartment itself looked great. It's one of those can't judge a book by its cover, because you could live on one side of the apartment and totally love it. Like where I met my boy Danny at, who took me under his wing. Shout out to Venezuelans. Absolutely freaking love you all. I haven't met a bad one yet. And on my side had the barrio, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But basically, the lower the income, the louder it's going to be, the longer it's going to be. So if it's a holiday, like it is today, especially over the weekend, you about to have a 3-day weekend of just number music. Just literally 24/7. I'm pretty sure I got some video of that. And if I don't, then just picture you living next door to a club and just hearing that, or you living above a club and you're hearing that 3 straight days. Who wants that? Nobody. So I had to get out of there for the sake of my sanity. Plus, I had just been robbed there, and if that doesn't make you feel vulnerable and leave a bad taste in your mouth, I don't know what will. So I do more research, right? I'm pissed because I'm like, who do I trust? And then I was talking to Danny because my stuff had been delivered. I ordered, everything that you need for an apartment, fully furnished. He's helping me put a chair together. This dude had known me at this point for a week, and every day we just anywhere I needed to go, he basically was my chauffeur. That was absolutely awesome. He did not have to do anything like that because I had been up on taking taxis, using DD, all these other applications that you can use like Cabby. Is it Cabby or Cabify? Doesn't matter. It's an application for cabs. I highly recommend using that. If you're a gringo, don't come down here drinking, going to the club, and catching a street cab. If the restaurant didn't order it for you, or you didn't use your application, keep it moving. Because this place, like any place, can be dangerous. If you want to look for trouble, you're going to find it. But if you keep your head on a swivel, you're going to be absolutely fine. This coming from a dude who was robbed by some internet gangsters. And again, their website looked professional as hell. The guys didn't send any red flags until it's too late. And it is what it is. They still haven't even changed their number to this day. But the food is amazing. The culture. If you're going to come down here and learn the language, don't be one of these stereotypical Americans who come down here thinking folks need to speak English. Your ass is in Colombia. Learn some Espanol. It's that simple. I love what they do on Sundays, how they will literally shut down some highways, major roads, and it's all about the family. It's all about if you're going to do a 5K or a marathon, you want to ride your bike. There's two things this country loves: football and bicycles. They are balls deep on cycling here. And I think that's enough. I think I've touched a few topics. Driving, if you want to drive here, sit back and watch it occur in a cab. Let somebody else do it for a while, because you're going to be taken back, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these people just literally are learning on the road and learned on the road. And I don't mean like the stereotypical reading a book, getting the knowledge out of that, going to classes or whatnot. They have that now because things have changed, but it's frustrating. And get ready to be in lines if you go to the grocery store. Like, once you leave here and you go back to wherever you're from, especially for the United States, you'll go to the DMV, you won't bat an eye at being in line for anything else. You'll probably be grateful. But the people are moving, It's just that it's more of the laid back environment, tranquilo, if you will. That's something you're going to hear all the time. You just have to remember where you are, and you have to adjust. If not, go find somewhere else to live, visit, or stay, whatever. This ain't for you. But you get past that, you're going to have a good time. You're absolutely going to have a great time, because I love being within a butcher, at least 5 different butchers in less than an 8-minute walk. You can't beat that. As far as how fresh your food is, you can't beat that, man. You can't shake a stick at it. We didn't even talk cost of living yet. So if y'all want to get into the logistics of it, I'll gladly provide some bills and let you see what your average breakdown is. Like, I have just over 1,000 square foot apartment.
Well, I think I did pretty good for myself, but I could be a little bit biased. We got vines on the outside that come down to the bottom of, I don't know, the edge of this balcony. Glass, the tape I need to take off. It's from when I had the Christmas lights up. But you already know your boy likes to grill. And it's absolutely insane because I have cleaners come for basically $13 US. And they'll be here anywhere between 4 and 6 hours. And just, like, this floor is spotless. I go out there and eat off one of the doggone bathrooms, and that's the other one. That's the little half bath. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this room. So yeah, there's nothing in there. This one, I need to buy something for the guests, but I don't really have anything like that, so I'm not strong for it. This is more so, bike helmets, extra blankets, extra pillows, hangers, other bathroom. So I'm a fan, but I'm biased. In a computer room, this is as neat as it's gonna be. Y'all already know your boy like to drink. That's for the VR tracking. So if y'all be like, why is that wire hanging? Now you know, because the other one is in there. Camera equipment, family time, and that's basically it. My bedroom, closet, other bathroom, and y'all know that sexy mother right there.